Hi everyone. I want to talk about hope for a second. And the question I want to ask you is, what are you hoping to do this week? Just think about it. What are you hoping to do this week? Maybe it's see a friend if you're allowed to through social distancing. Maybe it's something you're hoping to do at school if the teacher lets you. What are you hoping to do? If you've got an answer to that, let's move on to another hope question. Maybe a bit bigger. What are you hoping to get this Christmas? Maybe there's a toy or an activity or an event or something that you're really hoping that you get to do. Maybe simply it's hoping to see family members that you haven't seen for a long time. Okay, if you've got an answer to that, let's move on a little bit broader. What do you hope to do one day? Maybe that's a job. Maybe there's a job that you really would like to do when you're older. Maybe it's being a nurse or a doctor or a teacher or an adventurer. I don't know what it could be, but maybe there's something that you are hoping for. Okay. If you've got that in your mind, here's another question with that hope that you have. What are you doing about it? Maybe some of you are already, if you're looking for a job, you're focusing on subjects at school which help you achieve that. Maybe you're reading lots about it. Or maybe if it's an activity, something that you hope to do someday, you're reading about it. You're looking at YouTube videos which explore that particular place. You see, hope leads us to doing something about it. You see, if I was hoping for a bike for Christmas, or if you were hoping to have a bike for Christmas, we would drop hints, wouldn't we, to the people that we love and we assume would get us presents, that is what we'd like. We'd like, oh, I really would like a new bike. I think I'd like to go for a bike ride maybe. It'd be really good to get out and about. You know, you talk about it, and you talk about it to the point where they definitely knew that's what you were hoping to get for Christmas. You were really putting it forward. What about if a bit more in the air maybe, a bit more surreal? Maybe you're hoping to be a famous football player. Maybe that's something that you are hoping to do. If you were hoping to be a famous football player, what would you do? You would probably practice playing football every single day. You'd go out to your garden. You would try and do trick shots. You would try and do skills. You would work on your passing. It would be something you would do every day. You join a local football club to learn more about how to play together and hopefully get scouted. You see, hope does that. Hope is something that you feel like you can realize, something that can actually happen. And therefore you act differently because you know that that's something that could really happen. Because if hope was something that just couldn't happen, well, that would just be a daydream, wouldn't it? What we're looking at today is answering the question, is looking forward to Jesus, looking forward to heaven, or just a daydream? Or is it a hope? Now, I hope that we will realize together today that it is a hope. But if it is a hope, the second question is what do we need to do about it? Because hope does change the way that we act, like getting a bike for Christmas or wanting to be a famous footballer. It changes the way you act. And how does having a hope in Jesus change the way we act? Let's learn about a guy called Simeon who hoped to see the Messiah, who Jesus is, and what his reaction was to seeing him. In a moment, you're going to watch another YouTube video which is going to tell the story, the true story of when Simeon had his hope realized. Let's watch that together.